following procedures.
Sorry. Go ahead.
This session is being audio and video recorded. Please be advised that today we are also, audio recorded, and we are also video recording the proceedings. We will not use the chat feature in this meeting. To ensure sound quality, the default rule for this meeting is that everyone will remain on mute. Board members and staff will generally remain on mute except when speaking or voting. This meeting is open to the public, but it is not a public hearing. Therefore, no members of the public may speak unless specifically invited to do so. If a member of the public creates an audio or video disruption, they will be manually ejected from the meeting upon recommendation of the staff or the chair. We appreciate your attendance at this meeting. Should you have any questions about this process, you may call our staff at 860-444-5813 after the meeting has ended. So are we appointing alternates? I can't see everybody that's on the call, so.
Yes, so Michelle is out and Ann is out, so we're going to have to appoint Greg Gallup and Bill Hertzfeld as our two alternates.
Okay. I need a motion to approve the December 1st meeting minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve the December 1st meeting minutes?
You need to unmute yourselves.
I'll make that motion. I'm catching on. Yes, we move to approve
Accept the minutes.
accept the minutes from the prior meeting of, what's the date on that?
December 1st.
December 1st. Thank you very much. Yes, move to approve.
Do I have a-
December 1st meeting.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved. All right, continued public hearing, appeal of Michael DeShaw, owner applicant at 8 Race Rock Road.
We did receive a request from Brian Floric and Michael DeShaw to extend the continuance of this hearing until the February 2nd meeting.
Okay. So moving on, application reviews, application ZBA 21-7, appeal of Michael and Maureen McCann, owners and applicant at 19 McGonk Point Road, R40 zone. Variance is requested from zoning regulations, section 5.1 and section 5.41 and sections 5.42 and sections 5.43. Variances are needed to construct the single family home. So anybody on the board want to make a motion regarding this application? Does anybody on the board want to make a motion for this application? I need the board members to speak.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve it, since no one has presented any condition that it's not meeting or that it's problematic, and there's been no public observation for any detrimental effect to the neighborhood that needs to be considered. I don't see any cause for objection unless somebody else has one now.
Is there a second?
I'll second that motion. And I'd just like to add that it seems they're really going for a reduction of overall non-conforming to the zoning. And they're trying to become more in line with the flood requirements. So,
Okay, any other discussion?
I would like to add, though, that having been down there and seeing that if it's a tear down and a rebuild based on the designs they've got, even though it might fit all within acceptable zoning parameters, I'm surprised that there hasn't been any neighborhood statement of concern, because it does look like it's going to be more limiting to some of the other properties' ocean views. But again, since we haven't heard any complaints, and perhaps they just don't fall under anything that zoning controls. But it doesn't look like it's reducing its visibility in the neighborhood as much as it's reducing its zoning footprint a little bit. But as I said, since we haven't heard anything from the public, I can't imagine on their behalf what their legitimate objections could be. So we'll proceed as if there are none.
Okay, all in favor of approving application ZBA 21-7, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? So moved.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you. Application ZBA 21-8, appeal of Gwendolyn Bosco, owner and applicant at 278 Boston Post Road. Variance requested for 8.4.1, 8.4.2, 8.4.3. Variances are needed to construct an addition to the existing home. So I am going to step out or mute myself and mute my video, and you can tell me when to come back.
All right, Kathy,
And-
we need to get somebody to step in as chair because our vice chair is not here. So,
Okay,
Warren, would
so,
you be willing to do that?
if Kathy will have me, sure.
of course, Warren, it's in your control.
Sure.
Okay, so before we go too much further, Warren, as I mentioned earlier, we only have four members in attendance at the moment. And so Brian, we need to ask Brian if he's okay with us voting with 4 members only. We would need everybody to vote yes in order for this to be approved. So
I don't have a problem with that.
you're okay with that, Brian?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So it's all you, Brian, or Warren.
Okay, as long as Mr. Floric is okay with that, we'll be moving on to ZBA variance 21-8. Does anyone on the board have a motion or like to speak in behalf of a motion?
I will briefly speak, being on it. By looking at it, I don't really have an issue. The square footage remains about the same, is the same. And I think if it allows them to deal with the health issue that they're trying to work around and work with, I would see no reason to not allow this to go through.
So would you like to make a motion, Bill?
Sure. So I move that we if I make this properly, motion to approve zoning board of variance ZBA 21-8 as described in the paperwork to move forward. Is that appropriate?
Yes, thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
I'm sorry, who was that for the record?
John Morgan.
John Morgan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did, like I did, but
Okay, let's move to a vote. All those in favor of approving ZBA 21-8?
Aye.
We have all four.
Okay, that is approved. That's all four votes unanimously. Can we get Kathy back on, and then we will move to, I think it's the budget for the year?
Yes.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, do we have any old business?
No.
All right, new business.
Before you move on to the budget, Kathy, we did have two applications that came in after the agenda was posted and an appeal of a decision of the ZEO. They will be scheduled for public hearings in February and March.
Okay. All right. New business approval of the ZBA budget for 2023. So does anybody want to make a motion to approve the budget?
I'll make the motion. Motion
right,
to
do I-
approve. Move to approve the budget for the Town of Waterford Zoning Board of Appeals for year 2023.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. And all in any more discussion? All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? So moved. Any correspondence? Jill?
No, we have no correspondence.
All right. So does anybody want to make a motion to adjourn the meeting? Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Morgan.
And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
We'll see
everybody.
you in February.
You in
Excellent.
February.
Can't hardly wait. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
6:48.